Hey babes, what's up? It's Val here. I decided I was going to do a what I eat in a day video, but I also didn't want this to be a typical what I eat in a day because I've gone through a lot with my own body and like confidence and just like, diets, everything. So I feel like I should at least give you not a full-on explanation of my life, but a little background, a little like story behind everything, because you could easily watch this video and be like, wow, she's healthy, but you wouldn't know what I've been through. So like I said, I've been through quite a bit. I've always been like a chubby kid, got made fun of. I've always had to work on my body. I've never been 100% with it, although confidence-wise right now, I'm living for it. But my relationship with food has been altered so many times, many different ways. So I first started off by overeating by a bunch, and then at one point I underate by so much because of the MyFitnessPal app, and it told me to eat a certain amount of calories, so I did. I then also at one point got rid of meat entirely for a bit. I am lactose intolerant, but I also cut out all dairy, and my body just couldn't handle that. I need the lactose-free dairy and everything, and I've just done so much that I've hurt my body in the process, unfortunately, and I don't want you to do that. So all that I put in my coffee is some liquid stevia. I sometimes use a coconut creamer as well, but I try to use that only once a week. What really helped me in the very beginning of it all was just to see what I was eating already. I didn't change a thing. I just tracked down what I was eating, and I just saw where I was going a bit more or even a bit less, honestly. I got rid of the MyFitnessPal app, but I did use that one for a while to track my calories and everything, because that was my concern at the time of overeating, because I knew I was, just I didn't know where. So like I said, I just tracked my calories for I think it was only 3 days, but in those 3 days I saw where I could improve, and also to what I was doing right. By me tracking my calories, I saw, okay, I eat decently good food, just I eat too much of it. Or hey, my breakfast is freaking huge, I need to just make it a bit smaller. And also too, I'm learning as well with my body type and with everything for me, again, take my stuff with a grain of salt. But my body, I eat meat still, just I limit my meat consumption. But I can feel a difference versus when I eat my mom's cooking and my own cooking. Now granted, I love my mom and her cooking. They just eat a lot of meat. They grew up with having a meat and then a starch and then a vegetable. And I'm learning with me, I need less of the meat, but I need more of the vegetable. There's many different ways to have what you're traditionally used to, but you can have protein in other ways and not just from meat. Also too, my breakfast is eggs or it's a shake. Change up the portions. They have more meat on their plate, I have a bit less on mine. You just have to know what works for you, honestly, because like I said, this works for me. This works for me. I just want to stress this part a lot because like I said, I've gone through so much and I don't want anyone else to go through it. So try this out. It may work for you, but it also might not. So do some research on your body, figure it out on your own terms, and I hope I can help you. But if I can't, find someone else who can, figure it out, and I hope the best for you. But it might not work for you, and that's just the reality of it. So with the way I've been doing it now, I do intermittent fasting. So I eat from right now it's 12:15. I like to eat around 12:30 to 8:30, maybe even 9:30 if I'm not hungry at 8:30, but I know I should have a snack after dinner. Or if I'm hungry in the morning, I will eat. Just I'm usually not that hungry. I'm just now getting hungry and it's 12 something and I've been up since 8. So for brunch, I'm going to be showing you guys the two that I switch between the most, but the first one I am showing you is the one I actually ate that day. The other one I had a different day. But for this, it is eggs on toast. And I know you may be thinking it's eggs on toast, but it is so good. I just do my eggs over easy on the stovetop, and I toast my multigrain toast to like a medium toasty level, and then on top of the eggs, I just put on some ketchup and sriracha on them. I really love spicy food, so that's just me, but I also sometimes put in some spices like garlic powder, onion powder, chipotle or chili spice. Like, God, that's so good. I also had a fruit with it because I always have a fruit with breakfast. So that's my first breakfast. And for the protein shake, I start off with some ice in there. I fill it up about maybe a quarter of the way up with it. And then I add in about a half of a cup to a full cup of my protein powder. And we do use a chocolate base for this. And then as well, I add in a full banana. I mash it up within my hands just so it is easier on the blender. And then after that, we put in a good handful of spinach, and you don't taste it at all. I will say that for sure. I know you may think you do, but you don't. It tastes so good. Anyways, after the spinach, then I add in my almond butter. You want to put in a good tablespoon of this. It really makes it taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup. So if you like that, you will like this. And if you're wondering, yes, this is Alicia Marie's recipe. As you can see too by the sweater, I am a big fan of her. I just like her a lot as a person. Anyways, and then we just add some water, and then we just blend it up. And then after you blend it up, you can enjoy it. So yeah, I have this like maybe every like third day, like not all the time, but I have it often enough where like I always have to get bananas, Alright, and so for my snack in the afternoon, I don't always make a coffee with it, but I did that day. And for the actual snack, I had a Greek yogurt with a banana. Now, mind you, I had the toast with eggs for breakfast. I always like to switch up my fruits throughout the day. So breakfast had cantaloupe. This one now has banana. And yeah, I always just like to switch up the fruit I eat throughout the entire day. So that's my snack. Tonight I will be cooking because Wednesdays I'm usually at the salon, so I pack a lunch and I eat dinner there. But right now I cook myself a dinner, but I'm still trying to keep up with like my normal thing when I'm at the salon. So I'm still trying to keep up with something like that, like, meal, snack, meal, another snack when I come home, so like another snack late at night. I'm just trying to keep it the same as I did then because I did have a good routine. But along with that, I'm drinking a ton of water. I probably have like 3 to 4 of these filled up, but it is nice to just like always be constantly sipping on water. This ball's from Reebok if you're wondering, but I don't know how big this thing is. Yeah, it does not say. Also because too, when I am at the salon, I'm using up energy, like I need water to function. Drink water. Also because too, I feel like sometimes whenever I feel like I'm hungry, I make sure to drink like half of this and see if I'm still hungry, because sometimes you're just thirsty. So for dinner that night, I decided to make my homemade Chipotle bowls. And may I just say, this now takes me like half an hour to make. It is so good and so easy. So for me, I start off with some rice. Our rice is a mixture of brown rice and white rice. So I just start that off in there since that takes the longest to cook. I need help. I can't open it. My nails are too long. So after I chop up my sweet potatoes, I then put in some extra virgin olive oil, and then I toss them, and then I add in some salt and pepper.
You're not taking your extravaganza?
I am.
Oh.
So I cannot tell you what other spices I used because I really have fun with it. I do whatever I think of that day. So I just finished off the spices and then threw them on a pan, and I just placed them out so they're all evenly on there. And then I just toss them in. I do 15 minutes and another 15 minutes. I toss them in between the two. So that's how I do my sweet potato fries. So what you see in here is red kidney beans, spinach, onions, and peppers, and a whole bunch of spices as well. Like I said, I cannot tell you what I used, but look at that. Look how pretty it is. I topped it off with some sour cream and sriracha. And for my final snack at night, I decided to have some fruit salad I made the other day. I also grabbed another bubbly water. I really like having them when I'm not feeling like having normal water, so that was my final snack. Thank you for watching, and I would just love it if you would subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions on anything, leave them down below as well. What would be a good question of the day? Oh, what did you eat for breakfast? There we go, that's a good one. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Love and appreciate you so much. And I hope to see you guys here next time with another new video. Okay, see you then. Peace.